So right before the banks started going under earlier this year or towards the end of last year, a lot of people were giving clues and signs, and even some people were brushing it off like, oh, that's just conspiracy. How could this happen to so many banks? And then January, February, March rolls around, and you can see a lot of the bigger banks, I think like the top 15, some of the top 15 banks, and you can go look this up, closed. And I talked a little bit about that. Now, this past weekend, and also with what's going on, has been going on in Israel and just many other things economically, a lot more people, mainstream influencers, financial people, they're talking about the downturn / all of this depression, this recession, whatever you want to call it. And it sounds crazy in the moment. And then certain signals, certain snowball effects happen, and then you will see this play out. And then it doesn't become conspiracy or weird anymore. So it doesn't become reality until it happens to some people. Now, I'm talking about a lot of what customers from their end are seeing in terms of account closures. This past weekend, major banks were slammed with deposit delays, some ACH issues. You have even some regional closures, a lot of Fifth Third Bank closing, I think, 19 branches. Citizens Bank closes 7. Sac Bank, Citibank declared insolvent after examiners identified significant loan losses. Many other news coming out this past weekend. So Citizens Bank, and also I think there's a few others. I don't know off the top of my head, but these are some of the headlines, right? These signals of what is showing in terms of what their books are saying, as well as how they're managing their money, and how with some of the interest rate stuff, as well as all of the Fed stuff that's going on. You can follow some of these YouTubers, financial gurus, and of course, I always say this, everyone's, you could look at this up historically, but right before 2008, right before these big crashes, you have the mainstream guys like Jim Cramer and many other news outlets. They're all saying, oh, no, it's okay. Nothing's wrong. Nothing to see here. You can follow, their stock picks. You can follow what they've said, especially Cramer, many other guys, and their track record, and how right before something happens, they say the opposite, and the opposite ends up happening, right? And so same thing is happening now. And again, I'm not going to break down financial literacy here. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to say things from that perspective. But what's very clear is that some of the same signs are happening now. I'm not a doom and gloom guy. I'm not saying, hey, go bunker up and just get ready for the world to end. I believe we're not there yet, but it has to get a little rough. There has to be a shakeup before the big cleaning of the house comes. And so we are seeing that. We're seeing a transition. I've talked about the BRICS nations. I've talked about a move back to away from fiat currency, but back to something solid, a backing like precious metals, a dollar-backed or whatever currency-backed based on gold or silver or something else, right? We are on a system that cannot move on anymore. We're basically on thin ice. We are, with all of this, the loan stuff, and just if you research inflation, hyperinflation with the creation of money, all of this stuff, we're on a ticking time bomb, and this is what's happening. And so wait till you see some of the banks coming out. We'll see what happens. At the time of this video, it's November 5th, so we'll see what happens Monday and the rest of the week. And again, if something doesn't happen Monday, right, just wait, and rest of the year, you got Q4 and next year. But some of the same stuff happening right before 2008, right before major financial downturns, as well as what happened earlier this year, some of the same signals are happening. So I'm saying brace yourself. I've said before, if you want to protect your wealth, I'm not a financial advisor, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't be that person that has all of your cash in one checking account and then it suddenly gets closed. There's another article I just read, I think on New York Times, why banks are suddenly closing down customer accounts. Many people on Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, many places that they're trying to just spread the word. Grassroots, normal everyday people, they're saying they just shut my account down. Watch what happens soon. Be very careful. Be a good steward of your money during this time. Love you guys. Be encouraged. Talk to you guys very soon.